The chapter is Quadrilaterals for Standard 9. Here is given ABCD is a trapezium. That means AB is parallel to CD. And E is the midpoint of AD. So that means E is the midpoint of AD. And EF is also parallel to CD. Now you have to prove F is the midpoint of BC and EF is equal to half of AB plus CD. So we will first consider this triangle ADC. Consider the triangle ADC. E is a midpoint is given and it's also given EF is parallel to CD. Therefore, EG is parallel to CD. Therefore, we can say E is a midpoint and EG is parallel to CD. Therefore, G is the midpoint of AC. Midpoint theorem. So we got this as the midpoint. Now we will consider the triangle and also EG is parallel to CD and EG is equal to half of CD. So this is one. Now consider the triangle ABC. ABC. Now G is the midpoint we got and GF is parallel to AB. G is the midpoint and GF is parallel to AB. Therefore, you have to write this in this portion. Yeah. EG is equal to half of CD. So GF is parallel to AB, so we can write it as F is the midpoint of BC. Also FG is equal to half of AB. So reason is midpoint theorem. So we have this EG is equal to half of CD and FG is equal to half of AB. Now EF is equal to EG plus GF. So EG is equal to half of CD plus half of AB. So this you can write it as half of AB plus CD. Here it is given ABCD is a kite. So in a kite, two adjacent sides are equal. That is AB is equal to AD and BC is equal to CD. That is the property of a characteristic of a kite. And it is given PQ, RS are the midpoints of the sides. Now we have to prove PQ, RS is a rectangle. So again, as usual, we have to first prove PQ, RS is a parallelogram. So let's PQ, RS is a parallelogram. The same procedure, same method. Now in a kite, the diagonals intersect at right angles and the bigger diagonal actually divides the smaller diagonal, bisect the smaller diagonal and they intersect at right angles. So this, suppose we write this as O, this is equal to 90. So angle BOD is 90 degrees. So now we can prove, consider this portion and we can prove this is 90 degrees. Then all the other angles we can prove 90 degrees. Then PQRS will become a rectangle. So let us give this some name. So we'll write X and Y. Here X and Y. So we have proved PQRS is a parallelogram. Now we will write angle AOX is equal to AOB. Sorry, AOB, X or B, anything you can write. AOB is equal to 90 degrees. The reason is the diagonals intersect. It is not bisect each other. It is intersect at right angles. Now we will consider this small quadrilateral PYOX. First prove that this is a parallelogram, and then we will prove this angle is 90 degrees. So for that we will consider the triangle ABD. Consider triangle ABD. From that you can say, since P and Q are midpoints, PY is parallel to BD. Sorry, PQ is parallel to BD. From that you can write PY is parallel to OX. Now consider the triangle. Now we have proved PY is parallel to OX. Now we have to prove this and this is parallel. So we'll consider the triangle ABC. So triangle ABC. You can say PS is parallel to AC. From that you can write PX is parallel to OY. Therefore, now we got both the pairs of sides are parallel to each other. PX, yeah. Therefore, PXOY is a parallelogram. So this was the first step. PQRS is a parallelogram. Then this is the second step. AOB is equal to 90 degrees. Now we are proving the small quadrilateral, this small portion, as a parallelogram. Now this is the third step. Now we can say, since this is 90, angle P is equal to 90 degrees, because angle XOY is equal to 90 degrees, or angle AOB is equal to 90 degrees. Therefore all angle Y and is equal to angle X is equal to 90 degrees. Reason is adjacent angles of a parallelogram are supplementary. Therefore we can say, we have proved angle P is equal to 90. Now similarly, now we can say angle R is equal to 90. Angle P is equal to 90. We have to consider not the small. Now we have to prove all angles Q, R and S is 90 degrees. So we will write angle R is equal to 90 degrees and angle S is equal to angle Q is equal to 90 degrees. So therefore PQRS is a rectangle. We have to write angle R is equal to 90. For that I'll write it over here. Angle R is equal to 90 degrees, opposite angles of a parallelogram. Then S equal to Q equal to 90 degrees, because they are adjacent angles. In a parallelogram, adjacent angles are 180 degrees. So therefore PQRS is a rectangle.